Hey guys. Hey, here we go. Let's do this. Hello everyone, welcome to another Fighting Fantasy and another adventure with the Lizard King. With the island of the Lizard King. Hello Loxley, how's it going? You alright, Flamin' Heron? Spell Sing? Afternoon. Spell Sing. I know. The guys, thank you so much and welcome. And let's hope we survive a little bit longer this time, because last time we kind of went quick. Hey, Leo M's here. Even how's it going? We got all the regulars in, so yeah, we're gonna start. Rhymester, there we go. There he is, the map maker himself. I've got a map here that I'm viewing here that Rhymester has kindly sent to me, and it's beautiful. It really is. Yeah, don't worry guys, in the future you'll get to see them all. But no one was responsible for our last death. I don't know. You can say that with truth there. I think there was somebody responsible. Anyway, what I want to quickly do before we start is I want to catch up with a few housekeeping things first. There's been like a lot of people who have subscribed, and I want to thank and sort of mention a few people. So since our last stream, which was a couple of weeks back, I want to thank Chris Van Rensburg. He became a first class passenger, so he joined the member crew, and I think that was 7 months in a row, that is. So thank you for that. And subscription wise, we had R Hody Styler, thank you very much. Chaos Lab, thank you. Javi O, thanks for the subscription. And another first class passenger for again 7 months has been Zolst Zasali. Sorry if I've mispronounced that, I'm very sorry, but I really appreciate joining up as a member. As well as Ron Anderson, he became a member. He was 15 months in a row. Other subscriptions, Tolga Tem, thank you. Red Boy, appreciate that very much. Rockin' 2 Bass, thank you very much. Jack Fibs, thank you. Humber Simulation, thanks. Reginaldo Sequeria, I think, thank you very much. Roberto Chiartitano, thank you. Mr. Marlboro, man, I like that name. Thank you much for your subscription. I say no one person, I take as much responsibility as... Guys, we take it in turns to kill each other, okay? That's the way it goes on this stream. We take it in turns, all right? There's no hard feelings from anybody. Farna the Lioness, thank you for your subscription. Twice it came up. I don't know how that happened. Other first-class passengers, Peter Oates, thank you for your 7 months. Flamin' Heron, 12 months in a row. Thank you for becoming a first class passenger. Stephen Gale, I know that name. I think I know that name from Facebook. He's been subscribed for 18 months. Guys, I wonder who the longest is. That's ace. Rivet, you became a first officer. Thank you very much. 24 months in a row. Rhymester, thank you for your membership join. 13 months in a row. Kieran Burke, thank you for first class passenger. 9 months in a row. Okay, so this is where the names start to get a bit I can't pronounce. So Shams Gowandora, I'm so sorry if I've mispronounced that. Thank you for subscribing. And Arshad Abdullah, thank you for your subscription. Sorry if I've mispronounced your name. And finally Gordo Green, who was the most recent one. Thank you for your subscription. I really appreciate all, like, even if you just hit that subscribe button, I really appreciate it. But even more so, if you join up as a member, I really appreciate it. There's loads of videos that my members get to see. Fighting Fantasy, Flight Simulation, and they're exclusive. And I'll be continuing a series, actually, for Flight Simulation fans, about the evolution of the aviation industry. So there'll be more episodes coming out of that. So it's money well spent. Yeah, I mean, I really appreciate, you don't have to spend any money to watch me, guys. I never beg for donations or anything like that, but I really do appreciate it. Really does help me out, because it's well, I mean, don't have a job basically, so it really financially helps me out. But well, I say I don't have a job. I do have like a freelance, I suppose I could call it, but it's not like a wage, you know, like a proper job wage. Anyway, by the by. But thank you. I'm just saying I really appreciate, guys. Not even just watching. Really appreciate everybody. You're looking forward to receiving your books tomorrow. Rhymester, yeah, man. You went on a spending spree on my books. Literally near enough bought them all. Like, yeah, enjoy those. Let me know what you think. I can't wait to, you know, hear your feedback from it, to be honest. For anybody else, they're all available on Amazon. Go get them. I think I've written 7 books so far. And I've got like another 30 ideas ready to be written. So I've just got to get down and tap, 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 you know. And so, yeah, there will be more coming out. There's 2 types of books as well. There's a 100 series and a 400 series. The 400 series are kind of the same thickness as this, bigger adventure. And then the 100 series, kind of more bite-sized, condensed version, but totally different stories. But they're really hard. Like, you'll easily die. So, you know, you'll end up playing at least a few times to get through. But yeah, and I've really enjoyed writing those books. I've always written them though when I've been through hard times, and then it's kind of like an escapism. So a lot of them books have been written out of like bad times, but like that's where I've put all that sort of energy is into that book. So it's a way to release it without, you know, affecting anyone else, if you know what I mean. A busy man. Do you know what? I feel like I should. I feel like I am busy. I feel like that, but not busy enough. I don't know. I do have a lot of things, more to do with flight simulation than anything, you know, which is why I can only commit like once a fortnight. But I'd rather, honestly, guys, I want to do this every single day, you know, and if I could, I would, you know. I would definitely be up for this every single day, guys. And going even deeper into like Fighting Fantasy, you know, like regular sort of sitting down with author interviews and, you know, showcasing like if something's come out in the Fighting Fantasy world, like a new book, like even if it's related to Fighting Fantasy, you know, like there's loads of game books I want to check out. They're actually called Choose Your Own Adventure, and there's like 100 of them, and I want to actually check those out as well. As a part of it, you know, but like that would be for when, you know, like when we have a lot more followers, you know, watching and following, I will separate the Fighting Fantasy from this channel and move it to a different channel so it's dedicated to Fighting Fantasy. There's literally no point doing it yet though until, you know, there's a lot more sort of interest in it. But I definitely do want to have a dedicated, like, sort of Choose Your Own Adventure channel, you know. But anyway, I mean, yeah, I grew up with these books like since the age of like 13, I think, and I'm 46 now, just turned 46. I don't even know what date it is today. What's the date today? The date today is the 13th of August, so I turned literally a week ago 46, you know. And my mom, look what my mom got me, pretty cool, a nice little cafetiere. You know, purple as well. Purple on the top. Like Joker colors or something. So I've got a nice cup of coffee here, you know, which is almost done. I bought some Italian roast. It tastes okay. And if we make it past the 30-minute mark in this book, I will crack open a beer, guys. Hope you had a good birthday. Yeah, I had a really lovely birthday time. I really enjoyed it. It was good to get away as well. Happy birthday. Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate it. So, are we ready for the island of the Lizard King? Just look at this artwork, guys. I mean, this is pretty cool. The guy is straddling, I think, or is he? No, he's not. It's like his pet. A Black Panther. Guys, if you watch Marvel films and the MCU and you go, Black Panther is so cool, he's so badass. This dude here, Black Panther, is his pet. That's how badass this lizard crocodile dude is. He's got a funky headdress on. I don't know what that's meant to represent, but Man, this dude is holding his sword in one hand and Black Panther in the other as his bitch. Like, this dude is hardcore. And there's a whole island. I mean, I'm guessing that's the Lizard King. I've never completed this book. I've only ever, I think, gotten halfway through it or something. I'm not really sure. But, like, the artwork, guys, again, in this book is just amazing. Like, look at that. Fucking hell. Look at that, guys. Sorry for my language. But, I mean, that dude is riding a Triceratops. Like, the artwork is amazing. And the cover illustration, guys, is done none other than Ian McCaig himself, who went on to work in the Star Wars universe. And he's a really, really good illustrator. He started off with Fighting Fantasy, classic illustrator. And the dedication in this book is for Roy Coleman. So, this one's for you, Roy. There's no names written in this book, so I don't know who it belonged to before. But the inner illustrations were done by Alan Langford. And, of course, it's an Ian Livingstone classic. You know what I mean? Put some clothes on. Hey? Put on some clothes, though. Oh, the Lizard King. I thought you meant me, man. I have got a top on, haven't I? Like, this top, by the way, I really like it, right? The buttons keep up and open because they're like, they're poppy buttons. Like, they pop like that. So, every time if I bend over, suddenly they pop open. So, I'm really sorry if I start exposing myself without me realizing. Let me know in the chat if my buttons start popping. Okay? Because I just can't help it, man. It's like the clothes just dripping off me. Adam's own OF channel. What's OF? OF. I'm trying to put something to that. OnlyFans. Guys, I do have an OnlyFans page. Let me show you, actually, before we start. I mean, like, it's seriously an OnlyFans page, but it's a joke of an OnlyFans page. Let me show you guys. Let me bring you into the world of my OnlyFans page. So this is if my browser will allow me. My browser won't allow me. It says this site cannot be reached, guys. I don't know why, but my web browser won't allow me to access my own OnlyFans page. I mean, to be honest, there's no let me check on my phone. There's no hardcore content on there. Let me see here. OnlyFans. Like, seriously, guys, 100% I legitly have an OnlyFans page. But for some reason, I just can't access it. I don't know. Like, if you guys type in OnlyFans and type in who is this, I think 2020, I think is my name. And it literally is a page with desktop fans on it. And that's it. Because it's my OnlyFans page. Do you know what I mean? So, right, yeah. Anyway, but for some reason I can't access it. I don't know. I have an OnlyFans page. I'm the only fan. The Rhymesters is the only fan. Anyway, so there we go. Yes, Flaming Heron, I do, but I do nothing with it. I don't post anything to it. I created it like 2 years ago as a joke, and I used to drop that link into people's chats going, check out my OnlyFans page, guys. And then they would click on it and go, oh, it's a page full of desktop fans. Ew, it's OnlyFans, mate, that's why. So, anyway, that's my humor. Anyway, how are you guys? Anyway, how is everybody doing? We are going to start soon. So, Island of the Lizard King. So, do you know what? I love it when they put the other books inside here, because you get to see the color and everything, you know. So everyone's doing good. Oh, look at that illustration there, guys. Dude, like, do you know what? I don't think there's ever been a book that's taken all the illustrations ever done and sort of condensed them into one book. Like, you get bits, you know, they have released, you know, compilation books, you know, like You Were the Hero by Jonathan Green and the sequel to it, but they're kind of more broader, you know, and there's a lot of text in there, but there's no literal just picture book full of all the illustrations. That would be awesome to have. Like, that seems like an obvious anniversary present, you know? Like, that'd be cool. You good? Been watching the women's soccer football? Australia versus England on Wednesday. Do you know what? I saw one of these games, these football. Like, generally, I don't watch football games. I used to play football in America when I was young. I was on 2 teams, and I love to play football. But watching it, I mean, I'd rather just, it makes me want to go out and play football. So I don't really tend to watch football. But I happened to see this World Cup game, or a bit of it anyway, between 2 female teams. Who was it now? It's like Ukraine versus America or something like that. I can't remember. And honestly, fucking dragged out to literally the last hanging minute. Like, it went into overtime. It went down to bloody penalties. It went to a death match. Honestly, I thought they were going to start mud wrestling to find out the winner. You know, it just kept going on and on and on. It's like typical, isn't it? So, dragging it out. Anyway, it was fun. Guys, we get to choose a potion, guys, as well. So let me bring up a poll where we can choose a potion we want. Which one do you guys want? I mean, for me, there is only ever one obvious one. And I always say get that one. But last time, it was chosen differently. So you never know. Guys, which potion would you like? I'm going to leave that open for 5 minutes. Make your selection for which potion you would like us to take. We only get to choose one: potion of skill, potion of strength, and potion of fortune. Each restores back up to the initial level, but the potion of fortune actually gives you 1 extra luck one as well. So who knows if we're going to have a low skill score to start with, or we're going to have a high luck score. Who knows? That's the adventuring thrill of doing the poll first. Australia versus France was like at that 120 minutes later after penalties. Guys, you get your money's worth, innit? You get 2 football games in one then. That's the way it works. It's pretty cool. Let's just do some cleanup. There we go. So, yeah, we got our dude here, Thunder Crotch Pants, or whatever his name was. And we are going to start rolling for our scores. Scores. Oh, I've been watching a lot of Impractical Jokers lately, guys. Have you ever seen that show? Honestly, I fucking love it, right? These guys seem like my kind of dudes to hang out with, you know what I mean? And, yeah, like, I'm addicted, man. It's so funny. I like, the 2 people that stand out to me are Sal and Joe. Like, I reckon I'd get on best with, well, I reckon with all of them, but I reckon either a mixture of Sal and Joe is kind of like me. So, I want to be able to watch the full episodes, though, because I'm only watching these compilation things on YouTube, and I feel like I'm missing out loads, because there's like fucking 8, 9, 10 series, and it's like, I want to see series like from the beginning, but I can't find out where it's available to watch as a whole, you know? So Joe is crazy. He'll do anything. Honestly, I saw this one episode and he was just jumping on tables and they'd put a step ladder in this restaurant and he'd climb up and literally launched himself onto a table, and he climbed and went, well, this is happening, and just jumped on the table. Honestly, man, it's so funny. Like, literally, one of them had a prostate exam as a punishment. Literally, finger up the bum for a practical joke. And another one had a tattoo. And, like, literally, these guys are, like, jackass, almost, you know? It's so funny. I love it. Anyway, let's see what else do we get. What other stuff do we get given to us? Do we get endorsed with any food? Your backpack contains enough provisions for 10 meals. Sweet. Guys, get your biscuits ready. I've still got them biscuits from about 3 months ago, which I'll be eating every time we have a meal. There's only about 4 left, though. I need to go get some more. And I won't be getting rich tea again, I'll tell you that. What else do we get given? Obviously, we have a sword given to us. But you start your adventure with the bare minimum of equipment. You're dressed in leather. You armed with a sword, and that's it. We're just a gimp with the sword, guys. So there we go. Anyway, let's see what the poll says about this. What are we going to take with us, guys? Here we go. Q is a male Rosie O'Donnell. Guys, we're taking the potion of luck with us. Okay? Potion of luck is on our side. Booyaka shack. Right. Hints on how to play. That always makes me laugh. Like, literally, there's nothing you can do to better your chance of surviving through a book unless you're cheating, because it's dice roll dependent. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, you guys could be like the strongest character and have like the worst luck. Make a bad choice, you're dead. Or you could make all the right choices but be the weakest character, and then one battle and you're dead. And it's like, there's no tips really to survive these books. It's kind of almost like luck a little bit. The dice roll. Anyway, let's see what we're gonna dice roll. I'm going for skill this time. One dice roll. Boom. Ooh. Okay. That's an interesting start, guys. That one is an interesting one. Luck or having read it plenty before. To be honest, Flaming Heron, I would say having prior knowledge only gives you a slight small advantage. Because again, dice rolls. Like, that's why I've implemented the couple of changes to when we roll for dice in a battle. If we roll a double 1, we die. You know, or if we roll a double 6, they instantly die. Like, that adds another element of unpredictability to a book that, if you know inside and out, you might think is very predictable. That's what this sort of mechanic does, is it levels that playing field back to, you know, you're going in, you know, brand new again almost. Same with the battle system. I've simplified it so it's a bit more quicker. So, but yeah. You only get a slight advantage. I think having prior knowledge only allows you to avoid the pitfalls that you know would be coming up. You know. Right. Ooh. Okay. Well, that's going to make for an interesting play, isn't it? Okay, so now we're going to roll for our luck. Here we go. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, guys. This is going to be fun. Check it out, guys. We have a skill of 11. Oh! Stamina of 18. So, you know, a little bit average, I'd say. But luck of 9. It's a good thing we got that luck potion, guys. Tell you. Right. I think another coffee injection ought to do it. Ah, there we go. Oh, I should have got my bottle of water. Oh, well. Guys, if we make it for, you know, as I say, 30 minutes, I'm going to crack open a beer. And we'll be having, or maybe 2, you know. And we might be having a thingy. Do you know what, guys? I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitch at all. But I do Flight Simulation on Twitch. And I've had this bottle of wine here for ages, right? It's still here. And I thought, you know what, I was cracking open, mate. I'm doing a stream, let me crack open the wine, and I downed that bottle of wine whilst doing a flight. So by the time I came in for a landing, it was like, I mean, my flights are always like that, so the wine made no difference, to be fair. I didn't actually feel the effects of that at all. It's very strange. I drank a whole bottle of wine and I really didn't feel anything affected. But, you know, that was a fun stream, to be fair. But these streams, I feel like, are even more fun because, honestly, you guys give me so much, like, energy. Seriously, I can feel it coming through this little camera. And it's like I'm drunk all the time with you guys. So, you guys are like the practical jokers for me, you know. So anyway, F's in the chat if you want to begin, guys. Drink it down. Here we go. Let's begin. Oyster Bay, a quiet fishing village. We're starting in a nice little fishing village. So that would be this. Is that too loud or too soft, or what's the deal there? Is that not loud enough, do you reckon? Can you hear that? Let me know if that's too loud. Oyster Bay is a quiet fishing village some 60 miles down the coast from the notorious Port Blacksand, because it is at the end of a long peninsula reached only by a steep and winding path. The fishermen and their wives are left to lead a simple but content life. Oh, mate, don't make me cry! Content life away from the monsters and sorcery of the hinterland. Journeying south from Fang, you decide that you could do with a few days' rest, and knowing of no more peaceful place than Oyster Bay, you urge your horse towards the coast. Besides, an old adventuring friend of yours called Mungo lives there now, and it has been years since you last seen him. Guys, we're going to go see our dear old friend, Mungo. 2 days later, you arrive at the edge of the cliffs overlooking Oyster Bay, and it is a beautiful, sunny morning, and everything looks tranquil below. What could go wrong? Nothing seems to have changed. The cluster of stone cottages nestles between the foot of the cliffs and the jetty where a dozen fishing boats lie at anchor. You jump off your horse. Oh, we're on a horse. Okay. I thought we were on a boat, but whatever. Jump off your horse. That's sitting on the boat. And you do something. Where am I? Yeah, you jump off your horse and you walk it down the winding path to the village. The first people you see are a group of women crying. Here we go. Emotional women. That's what we meet first. Great. As you approach them, several men step out of a cottage and run towards you. And one of the four is your old friend Mungo. Mungo! You say, Mungo! Guys, our mission is to keep this guy alive, alright? His weather-beaten face is full of anger. Oh, mate, come on, Walnut Mungo, what's up? He looks surprised to see you, but wastes no time with words of welcome. He recounts the sad events that have befallen the village. Having no gold and material wealth, the people of Oyster Bay thought themselves safe from raiders attacking their village. We haven't seen our friend for years. And it's like, hey, mate, how's it going? Guess what? We're broke. You know, it's like, mate, I've just arrived at this village, mate. I ain't got any money on me. Mungo has turned into a charity case, it seems. He's like asking for money already. But several weeks ago, while most of the men were out at sea, the lizard men of Fire Island with their long tongues landed their boats in Oyster Bay and, like, you know, while the men were out, you know, no, that didn't happen. They kidnapped several young men. Mungo believes that they are now enslaved on Fire Island and working in chain gangs in the gold mines. Dude, this is like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, almost. Since the kidnapping, 2 men were left to guard the village, while the rest went out to fish. Despite this, the lizard men attacked again this very morning, overpowering the guards and taking away more young men. Mungo tells you that he is about to set sail for Fire Island alone because the other fishermen are too pansy to set foot on the island. He stares at you in silence, guilt-tripping you into saying yes, until you smile and say, mate, I have to, don't I? Do anything for a friend. You know what I mean? So, you've guilt-tripped me into it now. He slaps you on the back and shakes your hand in gratitude. For the moment, the poor fishing folk forget their grief and crowd around you. They put you on their shoulders. They march you through the town. You are the hero. You're going to get the best meal, the best drinks. We are the champions, my friends. And honestly, they hailed the hero. They name a school after you. They build a tower in a monument. Like, honestly, you became the whole village's priority now. So... for the moment, the poor fishing folk forget their grief and crowd round you, eager to thank you. Mungo then invites you to dine with him and rest a while, as the voyage to Fire Island will take several hours. Over a delicious feast of boiled lobster and salad, you discuss your plans. Dude, this guy's eating lobster and he's saying, I got no money. Hey, mate, I think something's going on here. You're eating lobster and you guys we got no money here. We're poor. I mean, fair enough. You find the lobster on the beach, whatever. Like, you know. Mungo, I've never had lobster. I would like to try it. Nice buttered lobster. Mungo tells you that he does not think the humans live on Fire Island any longer, but his knowledge is fairly limited. These are just rumors that pass between fishermen from other coastal villages. However, it is known that Fire Island used to be a prison colony guarded by a tribe of paid lizard men. This was a rather futile attempt by Prince Olaf. Olaf? What, from Frozen? He went on to become a prince and became... what? This was a rather futile attempt by Prince Olaf to rid his land of undesirable characters. Guys, this is like... is this a sequel to Frozen? Hey, what's going on? Eating like a king. Yeah, he's eating like a king and he's saving out of money. The good prince soon learned that it would have been simpler to put his lawful citizens on Fire Island and leave the evildoers on the mainland. There were just too many of them. He gave up his attempt and abandoned the prison colony. When the lizard men donned the prison when the lizard men received no pay, they took their vengeance out on the prisoners, and the island became a place of terror, ruled by a lizard man prison guard who proclaimed himself king of the lizard people. I am King Lizard. The prisoners were forced to dig mines in the hope of finding gold for the Lizard King. You know, I'm beginning to think this island is literally bankrupt. Like, nobody can make any money whatsoever. I don't know why is Mungo living here, I don't know. So it seems like it's self-inflicted, Mungo, why you've got no money. Maybe you should move to an island that's got a bit more gold, you know what I mean? What do lizards? Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, dude, he's got to pay his Black Panther, isn't he? You know, everybody needs a little bit of money to get that honey. No money, no honey in this world, mate. They were underfed and ill-treated, and many died. That is presumably why the Lizard King is sending out his men to find new slaves. It is known that in order to assert his authority, the Lizard King began practicing voodoo and black magic. Maybe he could voodoo some money up, you know, if he's investing time in the Sith ways. Maybe he could force up some magic, some gold for himself. He also started genetic experiments in an attempt to breed an invincible race of lizard men. This guy's beginning to sound a bit like Hitler now to me, you know, on his Dr. Maru Island. Most of the experiments, though, went wrong. Grotesque mutants were created, and some of the harmful potions found their way into the water drains with terrible consequences. The local flora and fauna were affected, with the result that man-eating plants developed and giant beasts evolved. This Lizard King is making his own Jurassic Park, and he can't make any money with it? Like, dude, I think a ticket to Jurassic Park is going to cost like 30 grand. If you can't, on your mutant island, if you can't make money because you're doing a lot of bloody experimentation, man, there's something wrong there in the business plan, I think, you know? Like, a few of the prisoners managed to escape the island on rafts, otherwise none of this story would be known by us, and were picked up by fishermen. But what has happened in the last few years, nobody knows. It's a bit like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, isn't it? This guy sounds more like Wonka now, you know? Fire Island Wonka. So what is it? Mungo and the Fire Island factory or something. Fire Island had almost been forgotten until the recent raids. Success is your quest to assassinate the Lizard King and rescue the kidnapped victims is doubtful. Well, I don't know, mate. If we've got a bit of money, sounds like we could just pay him. He'll be happy to release his prisoners because they're digging for gold. So if we help solve his problem of not having gold by giving him some, we can get the prisoners back. Job done. Go home. See you later. Oh, and by the way, Lizard King, can you not sort of, you know, kidnap anybody else, please? Because we ain't doing this again. So we have to try, guys. We have to try. We stand up and walk down the jetty with Mungo, stepping aboard his small fishing boat. In the sight of cheering villagers, you untie the boat, you push it out to sea, wondering if you will ever return. What do you reckon, guys? There's a picture of Mungo here. That's what Mungo looks like. Hello, I am Mungo. How you doing? Mungo lives. He's turning elves into ogres. You reckon? Who knows? Right. That was the background, guys. That went quicker than the last one. Do you remember last time we read the background? I hadn't gotten, it was like an hour to get through the background or something. Like, it took ages to get through it. Like, Mungo. Mungo's years with the fishermen of Oyster Bay have made him a skillful boatman. He swiftly hoists the sail of the small boat and sets a course due west across the silvery blue sea. Mungo is the best seaman in the land. The land soon recedes into the distance, and you sit back on the deck, relaxing in the afternoon sunshine, while Mungo does all the hard work, because that's what kind of friend we are. Sounded like a movie about Lancia CIA killing a South American. Whoa, message retracted, mate. I was reading that. What are you doing, Flaming Aaron? That was funny. Put that back in, mate. Come on. I mean, it sounds about right, to be honest. Where was we? We were taking the piss of Mungo by doing nothing. From the stern, you hear merry whistling, the creak of the rudder, and Mungo occasionally calling out to a seabird. So we're out to sea, guys. You're trying to make it sound sensible. Mate, you were doing fine. Killing a South American drug lord. That's exactly what this story is, mate. You got it spot on. Mate, honestly. I'm beginning to think you wrote this book, Flaming Aaron. Are you Ian Livingston? So yeah, Mungo's occasionally calling out to the birds overhead. You think about the good times you used to have with Mungo, his constant cheerful nature and willingness to help people in need. You find it difficult to believe that so much evil exists in the land where there live the likes of Mungo. Mungo is fungo, you know? As the hours drift by, you talk and laugh, trying to ignore the dangers ahead. Mungo is always one to tell a tale, and he is now telling you about his father and how he used to work in a traveling circus. Dude, Mungo's father was the greatest showman, eh? He was a big man, big as a mountain, laughs Mungo, and he would do just about anything for a paying crowd. Oh, wait, here we go. One man and a glass. Wrestle trolls, have elephants stand on him, and even let a killer bee sting him. He was a tough old customer, but he finally met his match in the north. The circus was in Fang as one of the attractions during the festivities surrounding the Trial of Champions. And my father decided on a whim to enter. He walked into Death Trap Dungeon and was never seen again. Dude, are we Mungo's dad? Because we did that last time. He was really too old for such an ordeal. Although there was no telling him that. But at least he tried. Dear old daddy in the Death Trap Dungeon. Just as Mungo is about to tell you his next boring tale, he jumps up and shouts, "Land ahoy!" at the top of his lungs, telling everybody where we are and almost deafening us in the process. Although he were yelling the news to the crew of a galleon. Oh, sorry, as if he was yelling the news to the crew of a galleon. Thinks he's on a bigger boat, mate. You look to where he is pointing and see Fire Island in the distance. The island sits on the sea like a green cushion, with a jagged mountain protruding from it. Smoke gently curls up from the top, a volcano's fuming anger waiting to explode. Mungo steers the boat towards a small inlet at the eastern tip of the island, hoping that it will remain concealed between the high rocks. You both put on your backpacks, you clamber out of the boat to begin your quest to find the Lizard King, guys. We are off to see the Lizzie King, alright? So we're off the boat now, we're on land. And if you wish to scramble around the rocks to the beach in the cove to your left, that's choice. Or you can clamber over the rocks on the other side of the inlet to the beach in the cove to your right. Guys, which way do you want to go? Left or right? We can either climb over rocks to our right or scramble around the rocks to our left. Over or around? Left or right? What do you reckon, guys? What do you reckon is going to be the best way forward. Such a railroad decision. Guys, it's like watching a train wreck, isn't it? You're watching this train wreck. There's nothing you can do to stop it. It's gonna happen. Like, my hair is such a mop head today for some reason. Look at that. What are we deciding, guys? Left or right? Easy peasies. Simples, isn't it? Oh, Mungo. There's a picture of the volcano there. There's the volcano island. Spouting its goods, you know. What you reckon? Nobody wants to nuke Mungo. Ugh, I dropped my pen. Ah. I hope Mungo has learnt to fight better this time. Oh, mate, he's a fisherman, mate. He only knows the sea. That's it. He has got not a sword in his hand. He's just a seaman. So, whatever. Loxley says left because the right way is wrong. I don't know how you get that logic, mate, but we'll go with it. So we're going left. All right, guys. We are scrambling around the rocks. Okay. It's a Scary Movie reference. Because the right way is wrong. Which movie? Oh, Scary Movie, is it? Oh, okay. No worries, mate. It does not take you long to reach the beach, which is small and covered with golden sand. Off to the horizon, you see a pirate, Jack Sparrow, running across. A few rocks jut into the sea, and at the far end of the beach, you see a tiny hut made of white stone. The roof has collapsed, and the hut looks deserted. There are some long tracks in the sand crisscrossing across the beach. Do you wish to walk across the beach to the hut, or would you rather climb back to the inlet and over to the beach on the other cove? Guys, do we want to explore this abandoned hut, or do we want to just go to the other option? Pass it to the left because the right way is wrong. I think it was Scary Movie 3. Okay. Spell Sing, mate, you might want to refresh your browser because I think you might be a little bit behind. So what are we doing? We checking out the hut, or are we going the other way? What do you reckon? What's the best move forward? Do you know what this book should be called? How long can you keep Mungo alive? That's what it should be called. You know? Has everybody got their tissues ready? Make sure you... If you haven't got tissues, guys, go get them now. Okay? I haven't got any, to be honest. Have I even got toilet paper? I don't know. I'm going to have to use my clothes. Check it. Mate, you're still on the Scary Movie reference. A bit worried. What are you worried about, mate? No worries with this book, mate. No worries. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your days. 'Cause it's a Mungo book. Anyway, guys, what are we doing? I'll just sit back and relax. No worries for the rest of my days. You did a great job with that. Thank you, mate. Thank you. How about this one then? Here's another Lion King one. Simba, the land before you, we own. Remember who you are. How's that one, mate? That one book we did like a year ago, we made one choice and died. I remember, I don't remember which book it was, but I remember we literally got one choice in and we got killed. Yeah. We have died quickly in some books. And I think we've only completed 2 books this year so far. So that's a good track record, I reckon. Don't ask me the name of the books we've completed, because I can't remember. Forest to Doom, was it? I can't remember. Anyway, guys, are we going to go check out this hut, or are we going to go to the other side of the beach, please? You guys just want me to get drunk, don't you? That's what it is. You guys we'll drag it out. We'll drag it out so he gets pissed on the stream. You know. 20 minutes to go. Has it only been 10 minutes, guys? No way. It's been 15 minutes since we started this adventure, guys. Can't remember. Tell Mungo to go over the mountains. We'll meet up later. I can't remember either, but it was a very short read, yeah. Let's prolong this and check out the hut. Yes, let's check out the hut. Hut. Let's get down to the hut. I think it might even be a Pizza Hut, so we can get some food there. You're about halfway across the beach when suddenly a large mound of sand by the sea's edge starts to rise in the air. And then you see 6 large spiny legs and a pair of pincers. Guys, I think we've just activated some... Look, it's dinner, guys. Crabs for dinner. As the sand slides off its huge shell, your eyes widen at the daunting sight of a giant crab before you. It scuttles across the sand, picking up Mungo with one of its pincers. Mungo cries out in pain. Ah! Unable to free himself from the vice-like grip, do you wish to help Mungo, or would you rather run to the stone hut? Sod Mungo. That's why I was worried. As long as it isn't the other crabs, mate. Nice to know you, Mungo. Leo's already just like, bye, Mungo. Guys, do you want to help Mungo, or do you want to just run to the hut and leave your friend to die with crabs? Mungo, mate, it's your own fault, mate. You should be cleaner. Come on, get in the sea. Peace out, Mungo. You guys are just sending Mungo to his death, aren't you? Bloody hell. What are you guys like? Poor Mungo. I have to start up the Mungo Fund. Fund Mungo, isn't it? Guys, I'm going to start a Kickstarter, yeah? For Mungo. Okay? To save Mungo. We'll write the sequel where Mungo comes back. Right? What are we doing? Do you wish to help Mungo, or do you wish to run to the stone hut? Spiny legs is where I draw the line. So Loxley likes a little bit of meat on his legs, you know. That's what he's saying, basically. Mungo, it was nice knowing you, mate. See you, say la vie. Oh, why I've got a flop hair today. Do you know what? I don't actually like brush my hair. When I get out of the shower, I use my fingers just to style my hair. And, like, I haven't brushed my hair in years. Like, seriously. Can't remember the last time I ran a comb or a brush through. I used to comb it all the time when I was a kid. Like, proper little, you know, RuPaul drag queen I was. Even, like, trimmed my eyebrows and wore foundation. I was a right madam. But, oh, forget all that bullshit now. Just go old gracefully. Is that wind blowing through your hair? It's a fan, mate. I've got only one fan here. I've got my only fan in this room with me. There we go, blowing on me. Ah, it's nice. You can probably hear it. There. Help Mungo, all for one. Your hair isn't long enough to comb or brush. Yeah, it's like, I just do it with my fingers. So, I guess some days it could do with a brush. I don't know. Only fan of your only fans. I plucked one eyebrow hair and never touched them again. Yeah, guys, plucking your eyebrow. I used to pluck my eyebrows and to shape them, and I'm telling you, that is a painful job. You know, guys, if you've got female partners, just pluck your eyebrows one day, and then you'll understand why they're always pissed off at you. You know? No worries. What are we doing, guys? Are we just waiting for Mungo to croak it, or what? Let's help Mungo out. Right then. We run to Mungo. You run at the giant crab with your sword drawn. It drops Mungo into the sand because it sees a better offer. And in order to attack you with both its pincers. Guys, it's got a skill of 10 and a stamina of 11. So it's -1 on its roll. So he rolls a 5, which becomes a 4. Here we go. We roll a double 6. The crab is dead. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. I don't care if my eyebrows look like Eugene Levy's. Oh my god. That dude has the biggest eyebrows in the universe, hasn't he? Mungo ate the crab's lobster friend. Revenge from the crab. I told him not to eat that lobster. Guys, the crab is dead. We killed them crabs. Telling you. We put some lotion on that crab and it is dead. Never had crabs myself, just thought I'd tell you. Winner, winner, crab dinner. One shot crab now if we'd only not taken so long to decide Mungo might have lived. I mean, if we only said, Mungo, do you know what? I've gone on a few adventures myself. You stay at home with the women, mate. And I'll sort your lizard problem out for you. You know, but do you know what? We thought, no, you actually can come along. You hit me up for money after not seeing me for 2 years. You can come along, mate. And do you know what? It's your own fault you're dead. You know. I thought you were a keen sailor. You should know about beaches and shit like this, where to find the crabs. You know, you had lobster the other day, so this crab is probably that lobster's friend getting revenge on you. So, I don't know, it's your own fault, Mungo, for dying. Self-inflicted, mate. Kneeling down beside the crushed body of Mungo, you gently lift his head in your arms. Guys, this is going to be like Return of the Jedi. Mungo goes, I am your father. His eyes open a little, and he manages half a smile, despite his agony. And in a whisper, he says, well, old friend, it's the end of the road for me. A lot of use I've been. Make sure you get that Lizard King for me, won't you? And then in a cliche way, his eyes close and he slumps down dead. Shit, bummer, innit? You bury him on the beach near the cliff, marking the grave with his sword skewered into the sand. So we bury him, and then we put a headstone by stabbing down. Oh, just that's gone through his head, I think. Anyway, more determined than ever, you set off on your quest to walk to the stone hut. His wife's going to be pissed. We're going to get back and go, yeah, we took care of your lizard problem. There's no more Lizard King. What? Where's Mungo? Yeah, I got some bad news on that one, I'm afraid. He got the crabs. So, it's nothing to do with me, I swear. I did bury him, though. If you want to go check him out, he's on this island over here. Bit of a trek to go visit the grave of Mungo. I didn't put him in the boat and bring him back. I couldn't be bothered with that. Just left him on the beach and buried in the sand. Made a sandcastle out of Mungo. So, here's the directions, love. Off you go. Don't worry about the Lizard Kings. There's no long-tongued people over there, though. He's now crab food, right? Guys, I wish I had some music lined up for this. Mungo. Should we even bother continuing? Mungo's gone. You know? This book needs to be called something Mungo. You know? You'll never save Mungo. That's what it should be called. I don't even know where I am now. I can't even remember what page I'm supposed to be on. Gotta backtrack. Cave woman. There's a cave woman in this book, guys. I think I'm on that page, but I just want to be sure. Because... Sorry. Man, there's pygmies as well. Fucking hell, there's everything in this book. Where is that crab? Come on, mate. Crab should be here somewhere. Right, the crab isn't even anywhere. Mungo, you were good, mate. There he is. There's a crab. Right, we want to help Mungo. And then we killed it. And then... I'm reliving the Mungo death here. And then... Flashbacks, Mungo's dead again. And then, yep, I thought that was the page. Bye, Mungo, next to his twin brother from last time. The abandoned hut is littered with broken furniture, smashed pottery, and a few bits of torn clothing. You kick away a dirty rug. Excuse me, love. And you see the handle of a trapdoor in the floorboards. Trapdoor! Do you wish to lift the trapdoor and go under the beach? Or would you rather leave this hut alone? Guys, are we going to go down into the trapdoor? Why call it a trapdoor? That just doesn't sound good. Why don't they call it hole, like door in the floor? Like, that sounds a little bit more enticing. Like, I'd rather open a door in the floor than a trap door. Trapdoor just doesn't sound inviting, does it? Hey, come spend time with my trapdoor. Like, nah, you're alright. I much prefer the door in the floor. Let's loot the cellar. Guys, it'd be under the beach. Like, surely it's going to be wet under there. You know, with all the water from the... I don't know. I didn't build it. Do we wish to go in this trapdoor? Yeah, let's loot the cellar. Let's go into the trapdoor. Let's see what's down there. We are an adventurer. So, let's do it. You pull on the handle and lift open the trapdoor. And in a small compartment, you see a wooden box, which you lift out and place on the floor. The lid is covered with candle wax. The lid has got this hard crustation of wax on it. I mean, I hope it's wax. Do you want to open this box, guys? Or would you rather leave the hut? We have to look at it. So you want to open the box? Is that what you're saying? I know. Who knows, mate? We think it's candle wax. We hope it's candle wax, but you never know, mate. So, are we wax on or wax off? What are we doing? In 10 more minutes, I'm going to crack open a beer. Screw it, wax off. Here we go. We're going to open the box. The lid lifts up easily. Can't be wax then, can it? And inside you find a corked earthenware jug and a note which reads, "Many years ago I came to Fire Island for peace and solitude. But since the lizard men have dwelt here, such an existence is no longer possible. I have now returned to the mainland. Many of the plants and bushes here are poisonous. A scratch can kill you. Drink my potion from this jug and you will come to no harm. I wish you well for whatever reason you are here. Farewell, Baskin. Enjoy your stay on Poison Island." Guys, do we want to drink from the mug with the wax on the lid? Guys, do you want to drink the pale ale or do you want to just leave the hut? You know, what do you reckon, guys? Are we drinking the pale ale or are we leaving it alone? What would you like to do? Bottoms up. Leo's saying drink it. Here we go. Let's neck that shit. Yeah, let's drink it. What the hell? Yo, maybe we join Mungo in the afterlife then. The liquid tastes salty. No, it tastes of aniseed. And is milky in colour. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's just reminded me of something I did not want to think of. Aniseed, man. Literally. You gulp it down and have a protein boost. But you don't feel any effects. And you can only presume that it will protect you on the journey. So you put down the jug and leave the hut. And hear a laughing as you do. Definitely pale ale. Behind the hut, you see a narrow goat track leading up the side of the cliff. You wind your way up to it and are quite exhausted by the time you reach the top. You take a swig of water from your flask and realize that water shortage could be a problem for you on this island that is surrounded by water. Obviously never watched Bear Grylls. Looking west, you see the daunting sight of the sleeping volcano standing above the trees, but there's no sign of life. Although you can certainly hear it, a cacophony of bird and insect noise. With the light quickly fading, you decide to camp here for the night behind some rocks. Guys, we're going to break open the camp. Get the campfire going, guys. It's nighttime. We try to go to sleep. We keep tossing and turning. The log that we're lying on is keeping us awake. We don't sleep very well. And you're awake at first light, eager to set off. And you decide to head directly west into the trees. So, does that mean we're going into a forest? Well, it said trees, so one can only assume yes. You know? So we're in a forest, guys. The undergrowth between the trees is dense. Plants with long and broad leaves, some with spiny tips. Vines, creepers, fungi, roots, and flowers of all sizes. All shapes and colors fighting for light and space in the humid jungle thicket. You have to use your sword and you have to cut your way through it. And it is a long and slow business. Hack it. If you wish to sit down and rest at the base of a great tree, or would you rather continue hacking your way west? Guys, are we tired or not? Like, do we want to rest and just sit up against a tree going, fuck me, this jungle's thick? Or, you know, do we want to keep, you know, smashing that bush? What do you reckon? I'm going to ask everybody, just quickly refresh your browser, guys, just to, in case, you know what I mean? Just in case there's a delay that's accumulated, you know. What do you reckon? Are we tired? Should we rest? Or are we hardcore? We carry on. Actually, where are we? Let me check this map. Let's see if I can find out where we are. I think that's where we are. Maybe. Taking a rest sounds good. Alright, mate. Let us sit down, sit our butt down by the base of this tree, put our back up against it, and go, ah, so nice to have a rest. A sweet smell floats down from the upper foliage of the tree, and it makes you feel relaxed and drowsy. And as your eyelids droop, you do not see a thick vine lower itself down from the branches above. It silently wraps itself around your neck and starts to squeeze. Guys, we're getting choked here. You awaken, choking, and try to grasp your sword, which is lying by your feet. We have to test our luck. Our luck is 9, and I roll a 5, so we're lucky. Wasn't that funny, mate? It's a monkey laughing there. We were lucky, guys. We were lucky. So we're getting choked out. You stretch out, and your fingertips just manage to reach your sword. By now, you cannot breathe, and your face is crimson with the veins bulging in your neck. You desperately hack at the vine until you cut through it and roll away out of its lethal range. You cough and rub your neck and watch the hideous vine drip purple sap. Although you are lucky to have escaped the clutches of the carnivorous tree, you have not escaped injury. Lose 1 skill point. Wow, and 2 stamina points. Fucking hell, mates. We're down a skill point, guys. We're down to 10 now. Jeez. Although I'm still wary, you decide that it is better to keep on the move. Keep on moving. As you push your way through the bush, the hairs on the back of your neck start to prickle, and you feel that you are being watched. You stand back, sword ready, watching the leaves for any sign of movement. It's there, in the trees. Then 3 dark-skinned men step into view, each wearing only a crude loincloth. They are armed with stone clubs and long spears, but you are more alarmed to see that each wears a belt of shrunken human heads. How do they shrink the bone? Or are they just like little people or something? The headhunters start to argue about who should kill you and earn the right to wear your head on its belt. Guys, hey, guys, come on. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Let's all just talk about it, eh? Come on, eh? Never mind this taking my head and shrinking it down business. Let me just have a word with you about our dear Lord instead. We have to fight them one at a time because finally one steps forward. Woo! Right, we got to kill these headhunters, guys. Zulu warrior time. The first one has a skill of 6 and a stamina of 6, so we've got a +4 advantage. It rolls a 4, so that's basically a 0, and whatever I roll is damage. He has a stamina of 6, and I roll an 8, so he's dead. Boom, first one down. Next one has a skill of 7 and a stamina of 6, so that's a 3 disadvantage to him. He rolls a 6, which becomes a 3, and we roll... Fucking hell. Are you fucking kidding me? Double 1. We kill ourselves. Guys, we rolled a double 1 just then. We kill the first one and go, ah! And then stab ourselves in the fucking head. Game over. Can you believe that, guys? Seriously, rolled a double 1. Unbelievable, that. Unfucking believable. Game move. I like that, mate. I like that. Literally, we got headhunted. Now, our head is going to be severed from our body, and it's going to be boiled, or it's going to be magicked right down to the size of a fist, and there's the guy, the headhunter, is going to wear us on his belt like a belt buckle, and he's going to go around going, I did it. So, at least we're an easy meal for those fellas. I mean, yeah, there's like... Adam killed us. What? Are you kidding me, mate? The fucking dice nuked us, not me. I mean, that's just the luck we have, guys. No beer, by the way. No beer time. Literally was going to crack it open after this battle as well. Literally. Like, that is unbelievable in my eyes. Right. Let me quickly create the next one, guys. The milkish stuff we drank was supposed to aid us. What the fuck happened? I know, man. I just don't get it, mate. I don't understand it. That we were meant to live, not die. I can't believe we croaked it at the hands of somebody. Right, so Scorpion Swamp is the next one, guys. Scorpion Swamp. Scorpion has an O in it, not an A. Scorpion Swamp is the next one in 2 weeks' time. So, who wrote that book? Neither of them did. So that's Fighting Fantasy then, isn't it? Oh, I've already got that one. So, Choose Your Own Adventure. Choose Your Own Adventure. Scorpion Swamp. American Steve Jackson. Oh, was it him who wrote it? Okay. You guys don't like Scorpion. Hey, Greg, how's it going, mate? Literally, yeah. You guys don't like Scorpion Swamp or something? What's going on? I think it's alright. Like, I mean, it's set in a swamp book, isn't it? But it is what it is. So that's gonna be that public. So 2 weeks time, we're on the 13th of August right now. So we're talking about the 27th. That's interesting. That's worked out well then, isn't it? Scorpion Swamp is quite open world by memory. Yes, it is. You get to kind of do what you want. It's pretty cool. Right, I've done the thing. Let me share the link to it. And let me pop it in the chat, guys. Get mapping Rhymester. I think, have we got that Rhymester? Have we got that book, mate? Done. Right, here is the link, guys. Head over, like it, do what you got to do to it, you know, to get notified of when we go live, and all that jazz. And yeah, Scorpion Swamp is the next one. Ever try again? What the hell? Let me try putting that in again. Is it not allowing me to put links in or something? There we go. Now it's worked. There we go, guys. There's the link, guys. Go click it so you can save it. Obviously, it'll appear in Discord. I'll put it in the chat now for anybody as well. Need a map for this one, otherwise you get lost. Okay. I'll make sure we have that handy then. So, there is the next one, guys. As well as that's in the channel events anyway, so... But, yeah. Guys, that's a bit of a bummer, that one. I was really hoping we would last longer than that. You know. Really hoping that this would have at least gotten to the Lizard King. But we got Lizard Kinged off before then. Headhunters, guys. It's nasty business. But it's good money if you can do it. And if you can find the work, it's good money. You know. But yeah, guys, can't believe that one. 3 different missions, there and back again. Is there? I can't remember much about Scorpion Swamp except of the map itself and how swampy it is. Like, you can pretty much do what you want. That's all I remember about that book. You know, like, I know I've gone through every book, guys, and made a video about every single book, but, you know, like, I did that like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and, you know, don't remember much about the individual books now. So obviously, before I made those videos, I played the book first to get an idea of what it's like before talking about it. But I can't remember anything, to be honest, about that. So, I remember it was Poomchaka. Mate, I don't know what that is, mate. I'm looking well, Greg. Thank you very much. I feel good. I feel good today. Thank you so much. I didn't like Scorpion Swamp before, but after completing it, it's very clever. Cool. Wow, it's one of the characters' names, is it? Poomchaka. Poomchaka. Boomchaka. 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 Maybe we'll make it a musical one next time, guys. 2 weeks' time, yeah? The 27th. You know? We will do it. Do you know what? I'm beginning to think this background here is a bit boring. It's a plain white one. You know? Maybe I try and sort out some sort of background thing, you know, like, what do you guys like to see here on this, like a plain white wall? I mean, I could really do maybe positioning that camera a little bit better so it hides the fact that it ends, but yeah, this plain white wall, guys, what would you like to see on it? Like, I feel like we could do something. I mean, obviously I can't paint it, but I can maybe pin something up on it. You know, maybe have like something behind it. My graphics card doesn't allow to cut me out and then have anything behind me. Like, if I had the 20 series or the 30 series card, I could actually literally use a feature on that card to cut me out and then replace the background with anything, and I'd put the books behind me. But I don't have a 30 series card. I'm sorry, but I do want to get a 30. I definitely do want to get one. The 3090 Ti is on my bucket list, as it were. I definitely need it for like flight simulation anyway, so if I do get it, I will do it. But in the meantime, I think I'll try and find something to put up, you know, see what happens. But that's it, guys. C'est la vie on that one. Guys, thank you so much for showing up, and I'm very sorry we died early on that one. But such is life in the fighting fantasy world. You win some, you lose some, and that's just shit happens, basically. So I don't know what you guys are gonna do next, but I might boot up Star Citizen because I just recently updated that, and I might go see what it's like. But until next time, guys, thank you so much. I'll start the old the outage, as it were, the 3 minute, and we can still chat and chill for a few minutes. But I'll see you next time, guys. Thank you so much. I love you all, and take care. Bye bye. So, Rip Mungo. Yeah. It's a shame he passed, isn't it? Hopefully you're awake for the next one. Well, you were awake for this one, weren't you? Loxley? Was you telling me you were sleeping through my stream? Oh, my life. Does my voice put you to sleep, Loxley? Hey? Thanks for the read. We followed Mungo too soon. Turn my map into wallpaper. Yes, that would be cool, Rhymester. If I had a 30 series card, I could use your maps as the background. Mate, that's a good idea. Thank you. That would be pretty cool. But then it'd be pretty cheating, wouldn't it? Hey, Empire, how's it going, mate? Wouldn't it be cheating because, like, you'd see what's happening ahead right in front of you? You know what I mean? Thanks for the reading. No worries, mate. It's been I love doing this, honestly. This so much fun to read, you know, and doing the voices and everything. I really do love it. But thank you for turning up and being a part of it. You know, it's I mean, I do this, like, I would sit here reading these books to myself, but obviously that's not as much fun. You know, as sharing it with others, you know. We all come for a shared passion. Exactly. That's exactly it, mate. We have the love and share of Fighting Fantasy. And you know what? One time, I will turn up to that Fighting Fantasy Fest and we can meet each other. And that'd be pretty cool. It's 8:25 in Loxley Land. What time is it for everyone else? What time is it now for me? It's 1:27 for me, guys. What's the time for you where you are? That'd be pretty cool. It's 10:30 for Flamin' Heron. It's almost bedtime, mate. Oh, mate, get some rest. And for everyone else, you know, I say good night, good morning, good afternoon, goodbye.